Hello guys, hello, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we are going to be talking about the two ways in which you can immigrate to Japan, the two ways in which you can move to Japan as an individual, as a family man. Maybe you'd like to move into another country. This video is for you, especially Japan. Firstly, I would like to thank those that have always been supporting me from the very beginning of my journey as a YouTuber. Thank you all so much for your love, for your support, for your encouragement. From the bottom of my heart, I say thank you. If you are out there, you've stumbled on my video, you haven't yet hit the subscription button, please make sure you sub. Make sure you like, and why not comment and share, because by you sharing you might be sharing an information out there whereas somebody was ignorant. But if you share the video, you might be helping somebody. So always make sure you share videos on YouTube or to your WhatsApp, whatsoever group that you are. You might be changing a life without you knowing by just pressing that share button. And don't always forget to turn on your bell, so whenever I upload a video, you will be the first person to get a notification. As I earlier said, it's really been why I made a video, but today I came up here to share with you this good news or this information that you might be lacking behind. If you are out there, you really want to travel, you really want to move to another country, and maybe Japan is in your top list, you don't even know how to go about it, this video is for you. The easiest way that you can travel, you can immigrate to Japan. Maybe you're in your home country, things are not moving well, you don't feel comfortable living in your country, maybe the living standard is poor, the environment is not conducive to you, you really want to exploit a new environment, you want to see how the world looks like, you want to go to a new land, you want to see how the other side of life is, you want to meet new people, you want to exploit life, you want to enjoy life, you want to see development, you want to see high technology. Japan should be at the top, of your list. So let's talk about the easiest way that you can travel to Japan. My first is for you to have a job in your country, for you to apply for a job in your country. What do I mean by this? You can see, for instance, you are a Cameroonian, you'll be in Cameroon, you apply for a job in Japan. If you are being selected, the company that has taken you, that has accepted you to work for them in Japan, there will be the people for them to carry out the visa application process for you. Let me break it down for easily understanding. As I earlier said, if you can be in your home country, you see a job online or you do your research and they are looking for foreigners to come and work in a particular company or in a particular bureau, you can apply for the job. If you are being accepted, it means that they are removing you, they are taking you from your home country into Japan. That company will be the people to follow up everything that has to do with your visa application. So they will be the one to work for you, will be the one to follow up your visa application. And if they have done that, there will be a certificate the company will have to send to you, which is called the certificate of eligibility. This certificate of eligibility shows that you are eligible to enter into their country, you are eligible or you are qualified to come to Japan. And that particular certificate is so powerful, is so strong, because it's being issued by the immigration here in Japan for you to take to the embassy, the Japanese embassy in your home country. It depends the country in which you will apply for a job or you're applying for a job from. And the best and easiest way that if you have an upper hand, that you can have an upper hand for you to even have a job in Japan is by you coming from an English speaking country. If you are coming from an English speaking country, you have an upper hand for you to apply for a job from your home country and for you to be taken, because Japan, they speak Japanese in school and English is like their second language, or English is their second language. So they cannot teach English themselves. Normally they have people that can speak English, but they must have a foreigner, a native that will be working with them, because it's not everything they can easily understand in English, because English is their second language. English is not their language, so they can easily employ a foreigner from overseas to come to Japan and teach into a Japanese school, maybe a Japanese high school, elementary school, or whatsoever institution, maybe public or private institution. And for you to be qualified to be for you to be taken as an English teacher, firstly you must be coming from an English speaking country, it must be a native, let's say from a British country, from British rather, because British is an English speaking country, or any other country that speaks English. And the next thing that you have for you to be qualified to teach English in Japan, maybe for you to be employed from your home country to come teach English in Japan, is you must have a BS, a bachelor degree before you are qualified to come teach English in Japan. And the screening is so powerful. And for you to have an upper hand, you must at least have maybe a certificate. Maybe you have done an extra course in English. You must not study English in school, but just the fact that you are coming from an English speaking country and you have taken maybe a course from English, you have an upper hand for you to have a job. So that's the easiest way for you to have a job in Japan, is for you to apply for a job from your home country. If you are being taken, the company will be the one to follow up all your visa application stuff, and you just have to come here and start working. As I earlier said, for you to have an upper hand, if you are coming from an English speaking country, you are a native in English, you have an upper hand for you to be taken to come teach English in Japan. And if you are not coming from an English speaking country, it's difficult. It doesn't mean that it is possible, it's impossible. It might be. And for those that are not coming from an English speaking country, it might be difficult because Japan is very like a well developed country. They have all the engineers and so on and so forth. So for you to be coming from a non-English speaking country and trying to apply for a job, you must be fluent in Japanese. You have to go extra mile. Yeah, you have to at least learn Japanese very well, how to write the kanji, the katakana, the hiragana, and to be able to speak before you can be taken. As I earlier said, it is not impossible for that they cannot apply you, they cannot take you for a job, but at least there are certain criteria that you must meet before they can take you for a job. If you are not from an English speaking country or you are not applying for a teaching job in Japan, there are a lot of people who they came from Cameroon, they are here or they were here, but because they came here for studies, they had scholarship, because they could not speak after their studies, they wanted to stay, but because they could not really like teach English language, some of them had to go back because it was quite difficult for them to have jobs, except jobs in factories. Because for you to even have a better job in Japan, you must at least be fluent in Japanese. I, for one, it was really difficult for me to have a job. I was going for interviews, I would go, they'll call me. If I just tell them I cannot really speak Japanese, so they'll tell me to go and learn Japanese before I come back. So it's really difficult. Another way again in which you can apply for, you can immigrate into Japan, is by you getting married to a Japanese. Yeah, if you have a Japanese that you have seen online or whatever means that you guys have been talking, you want to get married to him or her, that's one of the easiest way that you can also immigrate into Japan, because that is you just need to come like a spouse, like a partner. They don't even complicate it. And after 5 years, you can even apply for your citizen, depending on how you are treating each other. But a lot of people don't like this particular aspect because it's like they are coming in for, it's like they're not getting into that relationship because of love. Maybe they are getting into that relationship because they want to gain something from the Japanese man or the Japanese lady. So a lot of people don't really want to get into such activity. But that is one of the easiest way again in which you can immigrate into Japan. First, as I earlier said, by you applying for a job from your home country. You apply for a job in Japan while you are still in your home country, and the company that has taken you, that has employed you, would do everything about your visa application form. And another means again is by you getting married to a Japanese citizen. That is one of the easiest ways. Earlier there are two. I've talked about the first one, and this is the second one. If you get married to a Japanese citizen, you are coming in as a spouse, and they don't complicate anything. They cannot even refuse you the visa because you are into companionship with their citizen. And that one is very simple. But as I earlier said, some people accept it, some people like it because they don't want to work, they don't want to struggle, they don't want stress. Why others don't like a particular aspect, because they feel like they are getting into a relationship that don't know each other so well, because they want to benefit from each other. That's why they are getting married. So it's not bad. Some people like it, some people don't like it, as I earlier said. But that is one of the easiest way that you can immigrate into Japan, because you are coming to get married or you are marrying their citizen, and they'll be treating you like maybe part of them, though they must still be that little different. So as I earlier said, we have talked about the two easiest way in which you can immigrate into Japan from your home country to Japan directly. The first one, by you applying for a job from your home country, apply for a job in Japan. The second one is by you getting married to a Japanese citizen. If you get married to a Japanese citizen, you're coming in under a spouse visa, and which is very easy. From there you can even have your permanent within the twinkle of an eye. So if you have been watching this video right up to this moment without you liking, make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you share. because you might be helping somebody by you sharing. And don't always forget to turn on your bell, so whenever I upload a video, you'll be the first person to get a notification. Thank you all so much for your amazing love. Thank you all for always staying tuned. Thank you all for always supporting your girl. Even when I don't upload video, people still watch my old video. Oh my god, I don't even know what to say. Thank you all. Thank you all. See you next time. Make sure you always remain blessed, and may God continue to guide and protect us while we move on this journey of life together. Bye bye. Love you all.